Welcome to this week's WIP and Chat. Now, usually I start a section from scratch for my WIP and Chats, but don't think I'm cheating today. Hi everybody, welcome to Stone Magpie. I was going to do a WIP and Chat with my Spring Streams canvas this time. However, as I've been working on Elation, I've reached this point of the sunbeam coming down through the trees. So this is probably about halfway nearly on the canvas. And I thought to myself how clever it was the way that they've done these diamonds. If you look closely here, you can see there are lots of pastel colours, beautiful pale pinks, aquas, turquoises, and these are not ABs at this point. So it's starting that sunbeam through without the ABs. And I thought it was really clever because it does suggest the sunshine. So as you see clouds with the sunbeam trying to pierce through the clouds, they haven't got the sunshine on them. They are sort of a dullish beam coming down. This is this part of Elation, and I'm sure we'll get a few sprinklings of ABs as we work on this section. So I thought I'd show you, and as I say, I normally start a section from scratch, which I've not done today. So we'll see how it goes as we go along. Oh, it's lovely to be talking to you again today. I hope that you've all had a good week. I hope that you've also seen my recent unboxing video. If you haven't, then please do go watch that straight away because I will be talking spoilers during this video. I can't resist because I unboxed it today and I am absolutely aglow and just in bliss about the canvas. I love it. And oh, it's so lovely when you expect a canvas to be good and then you unwrap it and it's even better than you could imagine. So I have been looking at Diamond Art Club kits for quite a while. I have mentioned it on and off for a while, haven't I? And I feel so fortunate that I got two incredible kits, both of which shouted at me when I looked at them on the site for different reasons. So I got Rainbow Roses, and that spoke to me for my Love and Pride unboxing, being all about love and rainbows. So that was perfect. And yes, I was going to unwrap the other kit at the same time and decided to do a pure unboxing for that one. And if you've seen the video, you'll now know why. It's a perfect canvas and I am so in love with it. I can't wait to get that kitted up for you. And I'm trying to hold back a bit today because I needed to get some of this Elation canvas done. So I've not kitted up yet, but that may well be my next job. We'll see, because I need to get on with these canvases too. What a problem. Not a problem. So what else have I been up to? Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this yet, but last weekend was Glastonbury. If you're actually, it won't be last weekend, it'll be the weekend before by the time you're watching this. I was watching Glastonbury and I was bowled away by it this year. Normally I can sort of give and take it, you know, watch maybe the headliners. This year I have watched quite a bit of it and enjoyed it thoroughly. It's been fantastic. I hope that you've caught some of it too. Now, a surprising act for me was Noel Gallagher. I wasn't, I was sort of like, oh, okay, well, he's on and fine. Oh my goodness, it was brilliant. I really enjoyed his show and singing along to the songs that you know. Yeah, it was great. I think the crowd helps as well, watching the reactions in the crowd. I was really caught up on the atmosphere, and yeah, all of the people at Glastonbury with their face paints, and I have to say, one young girl with, should we say, body art rather than clothes on, and just a little bit of body art too, not much. So I'm sure you know exactly what I mean when I say that. She was on the shoulders of somebody else, so you can imagine the only part of the body that we saw. Oh, and I thought, oh, it was so good. I think the weather helped because it was so sunny as well. So yeah, she wouldn't have got cold, bless her. Yeah, so there was Noel Gallagher that really surprised me. And then it had to be done watching Diana Ross, a legend in this lifetime, Diana Ross. Now, truly, honestly, I didn't think that much of her performance. I know. But the fact that she is who she is and the songs are fantastic, I can't say too much more about that. But yeah, so I watched Diana Ross. However, the legend that is Paul McCartney, oh my goodness, he was fantastic. Now, I have to say that when he first came on, I was in two minds after seeing Diana Ross's set. I think that was the day before. But he got better and better as his set went on. He was incredible. And it was his 80th birthday. Oh, wow. I mean, talking about legends, he truly is a legend. And I really enjoyed hearing what he had to say. I really enjoyed the fact that he got some other surprise guests on who are amazing in their own right. So, wow, what great television that was. And when he talked about John Lennon and he sang, what was it called? Get Back. And they'd taken some footage from the Get Back series that was on the television, and I watched every minute of that, and it was hours long, and I didn't want it to end. It was a brilliant programme. So again, if you've not seen that, then try and catch that. But what they had done is they'd taken John Lennon's voice from the video and isolated it and shown the video of him singing it on the roof, the concert that they did on the rooftop in 1969. And so it was like Paul McCartney was singing with John Lennon again. Oh, talk about emotional. It was fab. I kind of wish that they'd done a little bit more than that in the whole concert, but I guess they could only use a certain clip perhaps. So good, really, really good. So yeah, try and catch that on the iPlayer if you've not seen Glastonbury. I would really recommend it. And I tell you what, because it got me so much in the mood for that I have registered to see if I can get tickets next year. I'm not sure how I'd be about the whole camping thing. But we'll see. I've never ever been to a festival, I've been to a day's worth of music in Hyde Park before. Did like a coach trip, so we got on the coach at the end of it and came home. I've never camped out at a festival like that, so yeah, I'm not sure how I'd be with a tent. I would probably try and glamp it if anything, but I bet those tickets are quite hard fought for. So yeah, watch this space. We'll see if I get to Glastonbury next year. And of course, if it's sunny, fantastic. If it's not sunny, might be a completely different experience. So anyway, I thought it would be fun. So yes, I've registered to see if I can get some tickets for next year. The other act I was going to talk about was, because he was incredible, he looked amazing and he did a great set, was Ollie Alexander. Oh, isn't he gorgeous? And he looked fabulous, so good, and his music looked great, the staging looked fab, and I have to say, again, for emotion side, when he sang It's a Sin, he was playing the piano and he sang it so beautifully. I got a proper lump in my throat, because if you know, he was in the series It's a Sin. It was like a mini series and it blew me away, that series. I loved it. I'm actually going to watch it again. It was so good. And they were nominated for loads of BAFTAs for that programme, that mini-series. And you know, they didn't win one of them. I think it was a travesty, I really do. They should have won something for that mini-series. Again, if you've not seen that, really, I would recommend it. It's all about AIDS in the 80s. I know it sounds very sombre, and to be honest, it is in places, but it's so good and empowering, and you know, the story is there to be told, and it's also fun as well, and it's got some real poignant moments in it. So yeah, I was there while he was at Glastonbury, you know, flying my flag for him. Oh, brilliant job. So yeah, I hope that you caught some of Glastonbury as well, and that you had your favourite acts, and that you really enjoyed it. Or maybe you were even there. Oh my goodness, if you were there, I'm so jealous, because it looked like it was a fabulous year to go. When they pan out across the fields and the hills and you see all of the tents together, oh wow, their tents are close. I don't think there'd be that much privacy going on. I don't know. Yeah, as I say, it could be interesting to experience that. That could be a good story to tell, couldn't it? So yes, I've really enjoyed it. I really got into my music that weekend. And yeah, I just felt so much joy and happiness. It was great. And I'm really thankful for it. I am at the moment trying to express my thankfulness to the universe for things, and so that is definitely something to be thankful for, because it really uplifted me. I think music does anyway, doesn't it? You know, there's certain moods that we get into when we listen to music, and it definitely can affect us in different ways. So yeah, I wish I was really good at music. I mean, you know, I do try. In the car, I do have a really good sing-along on my own. And I sing really loud. And, you know, in my own head, I definitely sound like Adele. Believe you me, if my son's been in the car, he says I definitely don't. But it's great to have a really good sing-along, really loud, driving along. And I don't care if people see me, you know. If we're going at speed, it doesn't matter, does it? You know, they don't know who I am. So, and I was talking about Glastonbury with my mum and my sister. We met up for a nice drink at the pub after work one day. And honestly, my sister was back at her high school doing a talk about overcoming anxiety and reaching your dreams. And I'm ever so proud of her doing that. And, you know, she even says if she'd been able to say to her 14-year-old self about going back to the school and talking about being a journalist and doing her writing. If you don't know, my sister has had 2 novels published, and she is a university lecturer, and I'm ever so proud of her. And so she was invited back to her high school to do a talk, and apparently she did amazingly, of course. So after she did that, she met my mum in town, and they ordered a bottle of wine and sat outside in the sunshine. So they must have got there at around about 3 o'clock. And I don't finish work till 4:30, so it took me a while. Takes about 45 minutes to get into town where they were. So I rock up at about 5:15, just as the heavens opened. Yeah, so there they were, onto their second bottle of wine, and it started raining. But we stayed outside, and they had like outdoor heaters. To be honest, the heaters were so hot, I felt like my forehead was going to burn off, and I'm sure my hair was singed. I'm sure I could smell hair mousse and hair, you know, like that. I don't know what it smells like. I can't describe it, but you know what I mean if you smell burnt hair. And with hair like mine, heat and water do not mix. So you can imagine what sort of state I looked when we left. If you ever heard of the Hair Bear Bunch, yeah, like them. Anyway, and I wasn't drinking either because I was driving, so I was only on pure tonic water, nothing else. Anyway, it was great. It was good fun, and it was great catching up with all of the news. So anyway, what my point was, gosh, I'm sorry, I do try and get back to my point when I go off tangent like that. My point was, I started talking to my sister about Glastonbury. Mum was like all excited and saying, oh, I'd like to come and all of this. And my sister and I like, really? Do you really think you could sleep in a tent? Anyway, bless her, my mum's up for it, but whether we'd actually get her up off the floor again on the morning, I'm not sure. Mum, you know I love you dearly, but oh wow, well, we'll see. I've got a cup of tea here, by the way, in my spotty diamond painting cup. Cheers, everybody. So as we were talking about Glastonbury, my sister and I, we started talking about, you know, the rock bands that we used to like when Lisa was little. And yes, there was a very cheesy but good rock band called Poison. And we loved their songs, bearing in mind that my sister is 10 years younger than me. So, you know, it was more, well, if you've heard Poison, you'll know like Fallen Angel and those type of songs. Really good, really catchy, but, you know, a little bit of cheesy going on with Brett, the lead singer. And so we said, oh, if we don't get to Glastonbury, we'll have to try and find a Poison concert. Oh, do you know, I've just realised I'm doing ABs with a... Hang on a moment, I'll have to change my pen. because I don't like to do those with a metal end. I'll get my claw. So yeah, we said, oh well, if we don't get to Glastonbury, we'll have to try and see if Poison are doing anything. Well, when I got home, I thought, okay, let's have a little look and see, you know, because 80s band and all of that, didn't know if they were doing anything. Well, you know, they are. They are on a tour right now in America. And I think they're with Def Leppard and Joan Jett. And I think it's the Motley Crue as well. Oh, wow. I want to go. I really want to go. But they haven't got any UK dates. So I messaged my sister and I said, Poison are touring with all of these groups right now. And I said, right, I'm up for California. What about you? And she messaged back, I'm in. I think she was joking. As I said, she'd had a couple of bottles of wine by then. But, oh, that would be so amazing. If you are in America and you have got tickets to go and see them, please do let me know. I'm really jealous if you do. Oh, I want to go. Oh, it would be fab. It would be so much fun. How long does it take to get to California from the UK? I don't know. Oh, I really want to do it. Oh, right, I'm going to do these arrows, which is this beautiful soft yellow AB. Look how pretty they are. Oh, and it's all down this side, look. Oh, it would be amazing in California, wouldn't it? I think that would be a complete adventure. Oh, and to see Poison, it would be just like we were young women again. I wonder what Brett looks like now. He was really hot. Oh, he had gorgeous long blonde hair. He was gorgeous. I bet he still is. I might have to look up his picture and have a bit of an ogle. No, I'm not cheating on Keanu. Keanu's my number one as always. But yeah. Brett. But the music was really fun. There was, I had it in my car as well. I had it on, like, you know, in those days you had your stereos rather than, I don't know if it was on a tape or a CD. It might have been on a tape, you know. Poison on in my car, and we didn't have aircon in my car in those days. So I'd have to wind the window down when it got hot, and I'd be going along singing. When I think about it, how embarrassing, because I'm really not, as I say, sounding like Adele, of course. And one of the songs is called Talk Dirty to Me. And I remember going along, and then we were stopped at traffic lights. You can imagine, I know you know what I'm going to say. I had my window wound down at the traffic lights, and I was singing really loud, talk dirty to me. You can imagine some of the looks that I got from the fellas. Oh dear. Anyway, I would just smile. Just smile. Ah, isn't it fun, you know? Off I go, bye. You know, a bit flirty, but fun. Yeah, oh, and there was Fallen Angel, Win Big, Mama's Fallen Angel. There was that, you see, you can tell. Oh, and I got a beautiful singing voice. And then there was Mama Don't dance and Mama don't rock and roll. Oh, that was a good one as well. Well, my mum dances and my mum rocks and rolls if we let her. But I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean to my mum. She's got health issues and she's still, in her head, she can still do it all. But bodily, it's a bit more difficult for her, bless her. And she knows I love her dearly, but she is funny. Honestly, she's got more party in her than I do. Yeah. I was going to say something and now I can't remember because Mum said something really funny and I can't remember what it was. I'll try and remember because she had my sister and I in absolute stitches. So that's a little bit about what I've been up to anyway this week. And yeah, my sister, Mum and I were talking about the art of gratitude as well. Funnily enough, we've all started doing this around the same time. So on my drive to work, you know, with my gorgeous road that I love, that I talked about last time, I do take time to send up little thanks to the universe about what I notice. And, you know, it can be tiny little things like, oh, thank you for the beautiful flowers at the side of the road. Thank you for the eyes to see those with, you know, and thank you for the sunshine, or thank you for not having loads of traffic on the road today. Things like that. I say lots of little thank yous. And I also say them at night time as well. So sometimes if people leave me comments that they're a bit down or something, I do sort of include that as well. Say, you know, please keep, or whatever I say. And my sister showed me that she'd bought some beads very recently, and she said what she does the same as me as she's walking the dog or something on a morning, but she touches her beads. And I think she said there was 180 beads on this necklace, which she's actually wearing, I think, as like a bracelet wrapped around her wrist. And she touches each bead and she says her thank yous and her gratitude. And I thought, well, how funny that we've both started doing that around the same time. And then Mum said that she does too. And, you know, things to be thankful for. So, yeah, I think we've all come to that all at the same time, which is really nice. And we do have a lot to be grateful for. I mean, for example, doing that unboxing, I am so grateful to have the opportunity to do such beautiful craft. You know that I love this craft inside and out, and I can't imagine ever stopping diamond painting. Even if I veer off and do other things for a while, I'm sure I will always come back to it because it speaks to me. It's my thing. And I'm so grateful to have found it, and I'm so grateful to you guys as well. I really feel like, in fact, Ben said to me today, he said, are you doing your diamond painting for your channel? Well, he said, your little channel. And I said, well, that sounded a bit condescending. And he said, yeah, but Mum, you're not doing it for the, you know, money or the views or anything like that. It's a community for you, isn't it? And I said, yes, Ben, you're right. It really is. That's what I do it for. And I am so thankful for all of you watching, subscribing, commenting, because being able to share this amazing time means so much to me. And yeah, I was quite touched that Ben had sort of picked up on that, really, because I do think we are a really supportive community. And I really do appreciate your hints and tips when you leave comments, and it's always lovely to hear about anything that you'd like to comment on. And if you've got little tips for me, I love hearing those because I can share those with other people, and yeah, they're like little gifts to me, so thank you. Now, where was I going? Because I veered off again. But it was important for me to say that to you. I can't remember where I was going. Oh yes, that's right. I was saying how thankful I am to be able to have all of these wonderful canvases. I really do feel very lucky that I've been able to find such a fabulous craft and to find those incredible pictures. It's just a delight, absolute delight. So I hope that you're finding pictures that talk to you as well, and that you just get so much joy from. I really hope that you have that too. I'm also very thankful that this craft does not cost us a fortune. I know I've had a little splurge recently in June, and bought a few things, and really treated myself. But this is a craft where you don't have to buy anything extra. Anything extra is really a treat, isn't it? A bit of a luxury. Apart from storage, which I think is a necessity. So I was looking, I don't know if you watched an unboxing for, oh, which unboxing was it? The unboxing with the mermaid, storm and my paint by numbers. And I have been feeling a little bit intimidated by the paint by numbers. It's like I really want to do it, but I'm nervous about it because I've never done one before, and it's a really gorgeous picture and I really didn't want to mess it up. So I've spent a little bit of time looking at YouTube. At one channel I got a beginner's video up, and the channel is Melanie B, which she sounds like a Spice Girl, doesn't she, Melanie B? So it's probably because that struck a chord somewhere. So I watched her video about tips and beginners to do paint by numbers, and it was really, really useful. It really struck a chord with me. I'm going to have to get a bit more wax, and I don't really like to use new wax with ABs, but I'm going to have to. By the way, Ditzy Diamond Painter said to me that if you use new wax and it's too sticky, to wet it, and it's supposed to help. So we'll see how we get on. I might have to wet it. So thank you, Ditzy, for that tip there. Yeah, so I was watching Melanie B's YouTube about how to paint with numbers and get started, and she struck a chord with me during that video where she said she holds her paintbrush in a certain way, and she said, please don't tell me how to hold my brush. Everybody's different. We all hold our brushes differently, and that's fine. Please don't tell me where to start on my canvas, because you can start anywhere. And I thought, do you know, that sounds fab. I really like that, because it really put me at ease, thinking, okay, well, I can just hold a paintbrush whichever way feels comfortable. I can start anywhere on the canvas. There isn't, you know, a rule, as it were. So that's great because it gave me confidence to think, okay, I can do this. I've finished this section now. I'm just going to move my canvas along a little bit. We'll reveal a bit more of the next section. Ooh, look at that. I won't get all of this done today, but we'll continue until, well, we'll continue as long as we can. Yeah, so she's put my mind at rest about starting with painting by numbers. And one of the things that she said was about checking if the paint is opaque or translucent. She said it's a really important step, which is something that I hadn't considered at all. I just thought, you know, paint was paint really. And if it was a bit see-through, all of the paint would be. But apparently not. Different colours can have different transparency. So she was saying that dark colours, weirdly, can have more transparency than the light colours because they have less white in them. So that was really interesting. And she showed a water-based paint Sharpie. She said if you colour in this section, then the number won't show and the colour will look better, so it means you don't have to do loads of layers of the colour. I hope I've explained that right, because like I say, I've never done one before. And so I'm really grateful for that tip because it means that I'll have to buy one of these paint Sharpies. I've looked it up on Amazon and they're about £10, I think. But I would have just leapt in and started and then wondered why I could see my numbers through. So if you are painting by numbers or you're thinking of starting, then do find Melanie B's channel and watch that video because it was really useful. She also said if the canvases have creases in, to iron out the creases first, because once you start painting, it's much more difficult to iron the canvas, especially if it's folded. I mean, mine's rolled, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too much of an issue, but I will need to look at it. And I'm thinking I might fix mine to something because I want to be able to lift it off my table to do a little bit of diamond painting, a little bit of painting. So I think I'm going to attach it maybe to some cardboard or something as a backing. I'm not quite sure yet. So yeah, I've been spending time looking into that as well. And I promise I'm not procrastinating and not getting started with this paint by numbers now. I am eager to get going, but I want a good finish on it. If I'm spending all of that time painting, then I don't want to be able to see any numbers through, for example. So I've now got that tip about trying. What she did, she wrote black Sharpie numbers down the side of the canvas and then painted next to it and cut the paint through the Sharpie to see if she could see the black through. It was quite an intense black, so she said if you can't see it through the paint, then you know it's opaque. So again, I'm probably not explaining it very well, but I know what I mean. So yeah, it's given me some confidence to get going, and the fact that you don't have to start in one corner, you don't have to start with number 1 first. You can, you know, swap about the colours. You can start with whatever you want. So that's helped. The one thing she did say about starting with colour was she advised not to start with white. She said if she's got black, that she would always start with black first. And again, that surprised me. But I guess if you start with white as well and your hand's going over the paint, it would probably get quite grubby. So perhaps it's not that surprising. Being left-handed, I think I'm still thinking of starting top right like I do with my diamond painting, but we'll see when it comes to it. Yeah, so I'll wait for that Sharpie to arrive, and then gosh, I've got a lot of projects on the go at the moment when you think about it, haven't I? More than I've ever had before. A bit spoilt for choice. So there may not be many finishing type videos for a while because I keep dipping in and out. Update on Spring Stream is that I've got a little bit of the penultimate row to go, and then I'm on to the final row, although they are longer rows. But that's exciting. So I'm getting to the end of Spring Stream. We'll see. Might still take me a little bit of time to finish if I'm swapping about all the time. Oh, maybe I should finish Spring Stream before I get going with my Diamond Art Club. But it's too tempting. I love that picture so much. I really do think it's a shame that that one was a limited edition as well, because it's such a fab picture. And I talked about Diamond Art Club's limited editions quite a while ago when I was first looking, and saying that it's a brilliant marketing ploy because, you know, you've got to get in there quick if you want them. So I did. I absolutely leapt on it as soon as I saw it. But it does feel a little bit unfair for those people that don't get the opportunity to do that for whatever reason. So sorry about that. But there will be more. You know, they're bringing out pictures all the time. So you can see on this section here what I mean about it's like stripes down with the colours. I was expecting quite a bit of this to be ABs, but I don't think it is. If you see, oh, let me think. If you see here, it's very subtle coming through. These pastel colours here are just fabulous, and then it's obviously going in back into the brights here. Oh, divine, absolutely divine. Going on to this very sweet pink. Oh, I know, I was going to show you something that I didn't get in time for my Love and Pride unboxing. Oh, right, I will have to show you. I was going to use them and I forgot. Right. Or should I show you at the end? I'll show you at the end because I won't use them this video. I'll use them on another one because I am comfortable in my position at the moment and my camera's right, etc. Oh, I hope my hand wasn't completely in the way for all of that. Sorry if that was the case. Yes, because on Facebook I'm on a group and somebody was selling some diamond trays. So I've got some diamond trays and I want to show you them because I'm not going to do an unboxing for them. I mustn't forget, at the end of this video, I'll do it. They're wrapped in bubble wrap, so it'll be like a mini unboxing for you. Shame that they weren't here in time for the rainbow unboxing, but I'd only just spotted them on Facebook, so it wasn't the seller's fault, it's just timing. Didn't quite match. And I didn't want to put it off until they came because I wanted it for the end of June, with it being Pride month in June. Oh, I've got some love hearts beside me as well. And talking about Pride, share love, that's what it's all about. I'm going to eat that one. I hope you've got some treats next to you too. I love love hearts. Very retro, aren't they? From the 70s. They have updated the symbols. I'm sure I've talked about it before. But look, you never got those in the 70s, did you? They're little emojis. I feel like I'm crunching now. I hope I'm not crunching into your ear. I apologise if I am. It's very fizzy in my mouth, actually. If I suddenly turn the volume off on this video, you'll know why. It's probably because I'll edit out any crunching. Because that feels a bit rude. I shouldn't eat and talk at the same time, should I? I won't do it again. I'll save them for when I'm finished. I'm such a sweet tooth. One of the guys at work brought in some donuts. He brought in jam donuts and custard donuts. So this is a question for you. I don't think I've asked any questions there. Oh yeah, maybe. Did I ask about Glastonbury? Anyway, I don't think I've bombarded you with questions this time. I hope not, because I sometimes wonder whether there's too many, especially, you know, when I get comments and people feel like they've got homework to do. I do apologise. You don't have to answer all my questions. You know, I'm a very curious creature and like to know everything about you. Anyway, so my question for this time is jam donut or custard donut? Which do you prefer? I don't know whether I should tell you which one I went for now in case it sways your vote. No, I'll tell you. Custard. Custard all the way for me. I love custard. So yes, I treated myself to a custard donut that he brought in. Very, very kind. I do love where I work sometimes. Isn't that kind though? Yeah. So I'm surprised this is going off at a horizontal. Because the rest of it has been more vertical, hasn't it, on a slant. Now suddenly I'm going horizontal. Anyway, find out. Interestingly, on Instagram this week, I'm following a girl who's also doing an Anne-Marie Bone, I say girl, should say lady, who's also doing an Anne-Marie Bone diamond painting, and she was saying about how confetti heavy it is. So I'm wondering if all Anne-Marie Bone diamond paintings are. I thought it might just be this one, but apparently not. Are they all? Oh, I've asked another question, haven't I? More homework, guys. Don't be late. Don't annoy the teacher. No, but I am interested to know if you've done a few or a couple of Anne-Marie Bones. Are they all confetti heavy? Because her pictures are very much alike, aren't they? They have, I think you can tell her pictures from the style. So I would guess, yes, they are all pretty confetti heavy. They are all beautiful, I have to say. Just looking to make sure, oh, I see. A couple here. And here, oh, we're back down to the slanted vertical again now, with this sunbeam shining through. I think that's it for those. Right, I'll do these little pink bows. Look at those, aren't they cute? So do I have anything else to tell you about this week? I don't think I have. Oh, by the way, yes, a couple of people have got themselves in line for the camper van. If you watch my last WIP and Chat, I was talking about getting a camper van and doing like a little tour and encouraging, let's put it that way, that was a better way, not stealing anyone, encouraging people aboard to diamond paint. Yeah, we've got a couple of takers, so it might become a thing. It would be really good fun, wouldn't it? I think it would. Of course, I'd have to camp out, I think, wherever I ended up parking, because I think, you know, a little bit of gin or wine or something might have to be involved. I don't think I said that on my first video. Like, if I come to your house, I might have to camp outside in the van. I think these people might suddenly be retracting their interest. Oh dear. I'd love to have time to do it for real, I really would. Maybe one day, maybe one day. I think it would be good. I think that people would enjoy seeing everybody having fun in the van. Anyway, we'll see. I'll have to, what's the word? Trademark that idea. Oh, it would be fab to have a camper van with a stone magpie on the side, flying along the road, carefree, wind blowing the hair back. There's loads of peas, so I'm going to fill in as many as I can see And then I'm going to have to leave a bit of time to show you these diamond trays. So I'll probably do that rather than showing you the whole canvas, because it's not that long ago that I did the branches on the tree on this canvas. So apart from the newly diamond painted bit, you have seen the canvas itself. So yeah, see how we get on, shall we? But if you did want to have a look at the other WIP and Chat, have a look in the playlists, because I do put them in both WIP and Chat and Dreamer Designs. These are Dreamer Designs canvases that I'm working on at the moment. Oh, and that prompts me to say again about, if you've not bought from Dreamer Designs before and you are interested in getting any canvas from them, then do have a look in my description box at the affiliated link, and if you follow that link you will get 15% off if it's your first purchase from them. And as I say, it is an affiliated link, so I will get a little bit of money back from the company if you do that, so thank you if you do. Okay. This pale blue against this lilac, it's a fairly dark lilac, and it's just beautiful, these two colours together, don't you think? Look at that there. They are really pretty side by side. Oh, I've used the P word again. I was trying so hard not to say it, but the symbol is P, so P, pretty. And I have to say as well, I've also talked about having some green trays beside me, so that if I find any junk in these diamonds, I'm putting them in a green tray. If I'm dropping them, then I'm not putting it in a green tray. I've got a different tray to capture any spills. So for example, if I spill any of these peas, like I just have, but I've already put the colour away, then I will pick up the spills and put them in the diamond tray rather than get out the storage container again. But saying that, there are a lot of squares in the junks tray. I'll show you from, well, I say a lot. There are quite a few from Spring Stream since I started doing this. I think I was probably about 2 rows in when I started doing that, and you can see there are quite a few. There are none for the rounds yet, just so that you know where we're up to on that. I think I am a bit further forward with the Spring Stream, so whether the diamonds have, you know, because I choose my diamonds when we do squares, they have to sit very flush together, and I don't want any pimples and things like that in them. The rounds don't seem to have as many pimples, and obviously the flat sides are not an issue with rounds. So that's where we are with that. I wanted to do an update on that, in case you're wondering about the diamond quality. Haven't found any pimpling yet on the rounds. It's interesting, isn't it, with having some on the squares. I wonder if they make them in a different way. I'm not sure, but anyway. Right, so that is those peas finished. So you can still see those rays coming through here. I think what I'll do is I'll stop diamond painting here. I'll show you my new diamond trays, and then I'll probably continue this section and I'll put a photograph on the community tab for you to see what that looks like once I've completed it. Yeah, so here's the package that I received from the lady on Facebook. She was selling these diamond trays. There are 3 in here. As you can see, I've not opened them to have a proper look yet. And she bought them from Shiny Shazza, who I believe has an Etsy shop. So I am going to unwrap them and have a closer look with you. And see, they look quite big actually. I wasn't expecting them to be so big. Oh, I might have to get my measuring tape out. You know I love that. I think that measuring tape was one of my best buys ever. Now this looks very glam. I was talking a little while ago about getting some new diamond trays. I've only ever used the ones that have come in the kit. And I was talking about getting some with higher sides or maybe stoppers. So we'll have a look at these. Ooh! This looks amazing. I mean, I know I've seen photos of them, but sometimes photos do not do things justice, do they? Ooh, look! Oh, wow! Look at that! Oh, what a shame that this wasn't here for my rainbow unboxing. Oh, I love that. It's got like, there we go. Got a name on. Shiny Shazza. Look at the colours. Oh, it's beautiful. And it really does go with Elation, doesn't it? Oh, they're like hologram sequins inside, like a resin. I don't know if these are resin. I don't know. I don't know. And it's got the funnel end, pointy end, high sides. Wow, they feel really solid. Right, let me get my little measurer. Let's have a measure. Oh, I love it. So about 8.5 centimetres by from tip to spout. What's that? I can't see. I'll have to lift it up. From tip to spout, we've got about 17.5 centimetres. Oh, I love that. I wonder if it'll be easy to see the diamonds in it. How practical it is. That's going to be so interesting for me. You're going to have to watch the next WIP and Chat to see how I get on with these diamond trays. Well, that's the first one. Oh, I love it. Right, let's have a look at this one. Gosh, that's so bright, isn't it? Honestly, these Facebook groups are fab. If you're on Facebook, make sure to have a look at the groups, because people sell off things that they don't use anymore or are updating and things. I think this was a bargain. I paid £20 for all 3 of these. It's like a bundle. £20. Oh, it's quite similar, but more subtle. Look, can you see the colour difference there? Quite similar, but more pastel-y rainbow. Again with these hologram sequins in it. Really pretty. Oh, I've said the P word, I'm sorry. That's great. Are they the same size? Pretty much the same size as each other. Nice. So we've got blues, greens, pinks, yellows, oranges. Lovely. Let's see what the third one is like. they're going to be great for when you do big areas as well. Let me get my usual diamond tray, because look how much bigger they are. I mean, this is great for elation because you only put a few out at a time, but you know, when I'm doing big areas, perhaps for my partners in crime from Diamond Art Club, they'll be good because they have a lot of bigger areas. Oh, I can use my rainbow diamond trays for my partners in crime. Oh my god, I'm just too excited. These are beautifully wrapped, by the way, to the person that sold me these. Thank you so much for wrapping them so carefully. I would say your name, but I haven't had permission to, so I won't. But I hope that you're watching and seeing my delight at receiving these. Ooh, now this one is more of a bluey turquoisey with hints of pinks and greens. Oh, look at that. Oh, aren't these lovely? So nice. Really sturdy feeling as well. I think you can see the thickness of them. Let's get that diamond painting tray back again. Can you see how a normal one has quite thin sides? And these are very sturdy and obviously thicker. It's quite difficult for me to show you the difference, but I think you can see it's probably about double the height. Really good. Same size? Yeah, they are. So what do you think? Do you like them? Have you seen Shiny Shazza diamond trays before? I think it's fab. I love the brightness of this one. Like I say, I'm not sure how practical that will be, but I guess if you're doing blacks and things, that might be a good one to use for those. The lighter colours, maybe this one being lighter, I don't know, but I'll be able to experiment. Oh, I'm thrilled. Right, well that's it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoy your own diamond painting, and I really do hope to see you next time. In the meantime, take care. Bye.